strong.
Today, we're going to try to do a piece of writing. The piece of writing we're going to try to do is a play. And we're going to have a main focus that we're trying to achieve. Our main focus here is characterization. And we're going to have a writing skill. Our writing skill is going to be adding emotion to our characters. When we talk about characterization, what we mean is that we're going to have our characters have a trait, and we're going to make sure that the way they speak is clearly illustrating that trait. So, for example, if I have Sean Ceratops in my story is going to be kind of greedy. So when we have Sean Ceratops being greedy, he might say things like,
"Nobody can use this game, it's mine."
Or he might say things like,
"I ate all your cake."
Importantly, he is not going to say, "I, Sean Ceratops, am greedy," because people don't say their traits out loud. That's not how writing going to work. Our writing is going to work by people being able to imply or infer from our writing what the character traits are. In the case of Yenionosaurus, if we want Yenionosaurus to be, for example, arrogant, then we might have Yenionosaurus say,
"I'm amazing at piano."
Or she might say,
"I always win at everything."
But she certainly would not say,
"I'm really arrogant."
because that's bad writing. It's something that we should be able to infer from the words of the story. So the words that the author has decided to put in the mouths of the characters, we should be able to easily infer the character traits from them. The next writing style we're trying to try to work out is to add emotion and feeling to our writing. So, characters are humans, and humans have feelings and emotions, and we're going to try to add that when we do our writing. When a character, for example, walks into an exam, a bad piece of writing might say,
"I walked into the exam."
because then we don't have any real feeling or any real idea of what the character is going through. Whereas an excellent piece of writing might say,
My heart sank when I saw the vast pile of exams. My stomach started to feel queasy as I imagined the horrible questions therein.
because that gives us this kind of human feelings and allows us to empathise, to understand the character more. To make our piece of writing a play, we need three main elements. Scenes.
"Oh, teacher, I'm the setting teacher. I tell people where the play is being held, teacher. So I might say, we're at a park and it's really dark, teacher. The children are sitting down and they're about to start dinner. I come at the start of the play, teacher." Tommy Choo. Tommy, I am stage direction. I tell the characters what they are supposed to do. So maybe I could say, looks angrily, or walks over to the fire. I am in parentheses or brackets at the start, just before the character speaks. You might say, Venita, start parentheses, walks angrily over, end parentheses, and then she would speak. We are many, for dialogue is many. We are what the character says. Oh, teacher, we could work together to make our play, teacher. I could say, in a dark forest, the children sit down for their dinner. Tommy, true. Then Vanita walks over angrily, Tommy.
Why did you eat my... Here are some secret questions to make sure that you have been watching the video. Tommy Chew.
Tommy!
How many siblings do you have? Tommy Chew has 3 siblings. Tommy Chew.
Tommy!
What is your favourite food? Tommy Chew's favourite food is electric eels. Our play now has a setting, so we know where our play is happening. Well, our characters have stage direction, so we know what our characters are supposed to be doing. And they also have direct speech, so we can see that dialogue there, so we know what they are saying. When we're planning our writing, we'll need to make sure that we have some kind of arc or some kind of problem, and we need to make sure that our characters are consistently telling us through their speech, their traits, without actually saying it out loud. So nobody is going to say, I am greedy, I am arrogant, I am mean, but we are going to make sure that our characters are going through saying things like, oh, I think you have a big nose, to show that they are mean, or, oh, I'm brilliant at this, just like everything else, to show that they are arrogant. We are going to need the normal elements of a story: vivid language, descriptive language, emotional language, and experience and empathy going in there, and some kind of story arc where our characters, they meet problems and they must form solutions, and at the end of it they grow. So in my story, for example, the camp, which is available on the channel if you haven't watched it yet, children, which you really should have done. So we know that Yenenosaurus thinks that she has no skill, she is a bit shy, maybe a bit modest, and then we have this problem. She comes, she has to practice for a talent contest, but she thinks she has no talent. Then she has to, everybody is practicing for the talent contest, but again she thinks she has no talent. And then there is this problem. The wicked and vindictive Smile Nita comes across the horizon, and they realize that she does have a talent. Her talent is her ferocity, and at the end she becomes more confident. We have problem, solution, and we have character, trait, and change of our character trait. Other characters have traits too, like Jack, he really likes showing people his card tricks. I wonder what trait that's trying to tell us. When he says that something is not as exciting as a card trick, what trait is that trying to tell us? All of these things, they're giving us little hints as to the traits of our characters. And when you come to write your play, think about the traits. Think about this story arc. Think about how it's going to knit together in a coherent story that has good characterization and has really good kind of emotional content to it.